going on, guys? Brendon Giebel here, and as you know, I'm the new host of this segment, Celebration of Life. Now, I wanted to start off and just give a bit of a background, I suppose, of who I am, how I got into this, where I come from. So then that lays a bit of a foundation of where we go from here, because otherwise I'll just be talking about someone. You're like, who is this guy to talk about what he's talking about, right? So if we go back, say 5 or 6 years, I was working in fly in, fly out, and I was in construction, and I was actually pretty good at what I was doing. I was a supervisor, so I was running multi-million-dollar projects. But it was just doing my head in, and it was consuming my life. I was working away, coming home from that, working away from my weeks off, and it was just like I couldn't escape from anything. My friends were all in relationships. I was by myself. I was too kind of into my fitness, I suppose. I didn't want to go out drinking and meeting people, so it just led down me this path that I was on. It got to a point where, at one stage, where I nearly tried to kill myself, and in that moment, there was something inside of me. It's like, are you really going to give up that easy? And so from that, I made a decision, and me being pretty stubborn, I was like, no, I'm not going to give up. So I started going on a bit of a self-fulfilling journey, purely only to fix myself, right? So I started reading books, doing courses, online events, flew overseas for events, tried to run away at some stage as well, racked up massive amounts of debt when I was in overseas because I didn't want to come home. But anyway, that's another story as it is. So I was just doing all these different things to kind of fix myself, and it worked, right? It got me to a certain point. But the real deciding factor, or the real game changer for me, was instead of me trying to find everything else outside of myself, right? Like I was always like, where I went, or if I could go find something or do something, or go out drinking, or go out partying, or looking for everything external. It wasn't until I looked within and found happiness within, that's when my life truly changed. So I was working down in Adelaide at the time, and this was all a bit of an idea. Like I was like, I wanted to get out of the industry, but purely because I wanted to make some money, and it's pretty hard work. Like it was, like I said, it consumed my life for 10 years or however long, 15 years, however long I was doing it. So I wanted to start some online business or something. I just had all these different ideas that maybe I wanted to do, nothing really set in stone, and with the purely thing was to make money, and that was it. Like I didn't really want to do anything else, just make money. Easy money, which is everyone's goal, right? At the time. But then I mentioned to someone that I was like, I wouldn't mind being, a bit of a coach or kind of helping people. Just so happened that someone down in Adelaide knew some people that did NLP and timeline therapy and hypnosis courses and all that kind of thing. So I was like, I didn't even know what NLP was, so I was like, sure, I'll give it a go. Called up the guy, and I had a bit of a chat, and he's like, I think you really need this, because like I was still very shy, right? I was still, I kind of knew that I had it within, but I still wasn't there, right? So he was just like, you need to do this, and I was like, sure, let's do it. So from then, that made a massive shift in my life. As soon as I found timeline therapy, NLP, my life has never been the same since. So I studied for 12 months doing that, and now I'm in a spot where I'm able to help men get over their stuff that's going on in the past and get them to steps and succeed as a man, because as we know, it's so hard these days. If you get caught up with the men, with all the media, with all the social expectations, and I understand it's hard to get caught up there. But if you let yourself get caught up, you will. If you don't let yourself get caught up, you won't. That's the biggest thing, is not worrying about and caring what anyone else thinks of you, knowing that you're content as the man you are in your own shoes. That's probably the little bit of advice that I'll give for this one. don't worry, I've got plenty of good things planned for the next videos as we go along, but I just wanted to give you a bit of a background of who I am, how I got here, and what I do now. So look out for the next one, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.